We talk about slip and falls, and you know what? What if I fell in a store? Is the store automatically responsible for my injury?
Absolutely not, and that's what a lot of people think. People think that if you're at a restaurant or a grocery store, or whatever kind of business it may be, that if you have a fall, then that store should be automatically responsible for your medical bills and your pain and suffering and all of that. And that couldn't be further from the truth. At the heart of every what we call a premises liability case, that could be a slip and fall or a trip and fall or something falling off the shelf, you have to show that the store or the owner of that property was somehow negligent, that they did something wrong. And so it's not just, good enough for someone to have an accident on someone's property. Again, you have to show that that store was, that they did something wrong. I had a case recently where someone fell in a big puddle of water. They had a horrible injury that required multiple surgeries. But later when we got the video, it showed that the store was not the one at fault. There was another customer who created the spill just about 35, 40 seconds prior to my lady coming around the aisle. And so again, you have to show that the store was responsible because they were negligent in some way, shape, or form.
Okay, so like a ceiling leak, that kind of thing that they didn't take care of, that they knew of, and then somebody comes in and slips, then a situation like that?
Right, and it's a little more complicated sometimes. However, when, you'll see the graphic there, business must have known about the dangerous condition or should have known about it.
I gotcha.
And that they knowingly didn't correct the problem. In other words, if they know that there's a problem and they don't, clean it up,
right,
then they're automatically going to be responsible. However, if the condition persisted on the ground just for, let's say it was only there for 5 minutes.
Right.
Well, they shouldn't be held responsible because they didn't have time to find that problem.
Exactly.
Now, if you can prove that it was there for, say, 30 minutes or an hour, and they didn't do their walk-arounds like they're supposed to, then yes, you can say that they didn't have actual knowledge, but they had what we call constructive knowledge, where they didn't know, but they should have known.